Welcome to the Wind Up Podcast, brought to you by C4 Bat Company, Isa Cookies, and Ferrari Michelada Mix. I'm your host, Stephen Dean, along with Junior Aguilar and Julio Ramirez. Julio, how's everybody doing? How are we doing, man?
Doing good.
Good. Listen, man, it's we're finally on, Junior.
Finally on,
Technical difficulties here in the Pasadena area. Is there a storm outside, or are we missing something? The refinery blow
man.
up? What happened?
Somebody hit the lipo.
It's a Sharknado.
I don't know what happened, man.
Yeah, so we've been trying to get on the air for the past, where are we at now? About almost 45 minutes, but I'm glad to say that we are now here. And so, we're looking forward to talking about select baseball, talking about sports in general, and looking to have a good time, man.
Man, I'm excited, man. We're going to be talking a lot of things.
And so am I. We have one issue that came to play with our technical difficulties. We did not know exactly when we were going to go live, so we had to push back Tyler Myers' pitcher from Ole Miss until later on in the week. We had to do right by the young man because, honestly, we didn't know if we were going to come on tonight. So,
yeah.
But thanks to Julio, thanks to who's the, I guess, Pasadena what? What would you call those guys? Public Works?
What are you talking about?
I guess
The people who
Reliant.
did the lights.
Oh, yeah. Center Point. Shout out to Center Point.
Is it Center Point? Okay.
Putting the light back on. Man, I was getting kind of worried there for a second. Shout out to our fans saying right now that there's too much sun. I know you liking these Patrick Mahomes shades, and we'll have the guy that produces mass production of these soon.
Okay. Well, if he doesn't give us a pair, then he ain't coming on. But, that's just how it is. But, hey, dude, you're looking like the Mexican Pasadena Deshaun Watson right now, bro. the poor man's version of Deshaun Watson.
Man.
You got the number 4 on.
You like it?
The little chain.
I even got the cap.
The cap. You got
I'm ready,
the
baby.
glasses.
I'm ready.
Do you have the arm, though? That's what I want to know.
I used to, but then, I hurt my knee.
You hurt your knee.
Back freshman year, and that was it.
Hey, everybody says that. Hey, you want to introduce our other guest?
Yeah. So right here tonight, we have one of my good friends, Robert Lopez, that will be joining us in the studio, and we're gonna be sharing some exciting news. So,
Robert Lopez,
welcome, Rob.
Thank you for having me.
Good.
Yeah, hopefully, we can stir up the pot today and get a couple of our friends from greater area Houston sports come out and watch the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
We'll see what's up, man. Hey, Steve, what kind of hat you got on, man?
Ooh, you know what? It's funny that you bring that up. The Magnolia Park Sharks, baby.
Woo.
Who called it last week? Who called it?
You did. You called
Julio,
it.
at what minute did I call the Magnolia Park Sharks were going to win the Super Bowl? I think it's 11 or 12 minutes.
So somewhere around there.
I called it. I told them boys. I told everybody. The Sharks were going to win the Super Bowl. They were going. I didn't care who they were playing, but who they play.
You know
who they beat. Come on, man.
So the Canes lost to the Sharks, and they lost to who? FIU?
Florida International? I don't even want to talk about that, man. That was so bad. I was watching the game, and it was 16-0 going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, what the hell's going on, dude? What happened to the U? I just got hustled from Pristine Auction for 2 helmets.
Have they arrived?
They haven't arrived yet, but our good friend Oscar Morales was like, bro, I'll take one off your hands. Because
Really?
I accidentally, what happened was, all right, so the story is, for those that don't know, I've been trying to get a college football helmet. For those that have been following the show, you know that Miami Hurricanes, I love them to death. That's my favorite school, even though they suck. So I've been trying to get a helmet up here. So I haven't been able to win one on a bid. So I went on a bidding spree last week and on Pristine Auction, and the helmets were going for about $200. So I found a couple that were $100. So I bet $160 and $180, and I was like, man, somebody's gonna outbid me. Man, I forgot that the auction ended in 3 hours. So then I get an email. And they're like, sir, congratulations, you have won both helmets.
Oh,
and I'm like,
Congrats.
okay, cool. Well, it's $500 for both of them. That's not the problem. The problem is trying to explain it to Isa, like, hey, I got to spend $500 on 2 helmets.
How did that go?
She doesn't know yet. She doesn't
knows
know
now.
But she's gonna know now when she watches the episode. So the funny part is, that we're gonna have them out here. Obviously, Oscar's gonna get one from me, but Obviously, I don't, and they apparently don't know about the Magnolia Park Sharks too.
Man, listen.
Man, hey, that game
Robert,
was
Robert,
crazy, huh?
what do you think, Robert? You're in the select football world.
Yeah, talk to us, Rob.
You know,
Without giving too much information, talk to me.
they,
Okay, I don't think people took me serious when I said the Sharks were going to win, right? So just before you start and give your football explanation, I want to thank my boy Ruben Velasquez for getting me this Magnolia Park Shark hat, and I got it today.
Damn,
I
he gave you one?
No. Hey, man, I had to get one.
Ah.
But listen, you look good, though.
Woo, Super Bowl.
You look good. Yeah, Magnolia Park Sharks, champs, baby. Champs. And so Robert telling that I'm going to get back into, because I'm going to shout out some of these boys out there, because the Sharks have been doing it for a long time. When I was little, the Sharks were winning Super Bowls. Okay? And so when I found out that they were in the Super Bowl last week, I called it. I called it.
Man,
And so
that's exciting, dude.
It is what it is. Yeah. And then come to find out, like I told Robert earlier, then I got the text on Sunday talking about they won. I was like, yeah.
all right. Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't just talking mess, because, man, anytime the Sharks get in a Super Bowl, they win. Them boys over there, Mason Park #3, man, the Shark Tank, they tough over there, man.
It's going down.
Tough. So,
Yeah,
Robert,
they're
I'm
pretty
sorry.
tough.
I'm
No,
sorry
you're
I
good.
interrupted you, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. I watched the game on live stream.
Okay.
They just got the Hurricanes, Pearland Hurricanes. They just got outplayed.
Happens.
There were some adjustments that weren't made.
Okay.
I don't know if he's a head coach, but I think the offensive coordinator, PJ, they had a really good game plan of what they were going to do, how they were going to contain. Canes a very, very talented team. I think they overlooked. I think they overlooked the Sharks.
No, I think they did too. So I had a dude call me on Sunday from Pearland. And I don't know if he's associated with the game. I don't know. But anyway, I've known him for a long time. He's like, man, you got lucky on that call and all this and all that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But what I do know is that the Sharks have been in it for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I do know. And so when you have like tradition like that, and, you know, how they play and where they come from, man, shout out to President and sophomore head coach Gilbert Avila and his staff. I'm going to name off his staff here in a little while. And I know this is a baseball podcast, but what they did on Sunday was pretty phenomenal, because they were talking about on Facebook, people talking about they were going to get shut out. They were going to score 50 on them.
Tap out boys?
They tapped out.
The Canes were beating teams by 50. They actually beat the Sharks earlier in the year.
Did they?
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah.
Man.
And nothing against the Canes. They just lost that day.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
You can lose.
Yeah,
You can lose.
definitely.
Yeah, and so it's it happens, Junior. Did y'all play them this year with
Junior
we played the Sharks. We lost. It was 14-7. Real physical game, man. I mean,
for real?
it was real close. Obviously, the team we were playing on, sometimes they turned it on and sometimes they just weren't clicking. Like, I mean, we lost to the Stings. It was like 60-0 halftime.
Oh, for real?
And then they lost to the Hurricanes in the second round, the junior division.
The junior division with the Hurricanes and the Stings. That's
that was
that's
next
where it's
level.
I guarantee you, there's going to be some kids that go D1
at. Oh, good.
from both of those.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
squads.
Yeah,
Good.
and I mean,
They
it
got-
was good competition when we played them. I mean,
Was it really?
I guess like when it comes down to football, if you can get the kids to work as a team, you'll be really successful. And that's one thing that stood out to me from those two teams in the junior division. But aside from those two, I think everything else was wide open.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I think we finished with like a 7-3 record. I mean, I thought that was pretty good. But then, like when you look at those guys across the field, I mean,
They see those guys. I'm sorry to cut you off,
Yeah,
but
yeah, go ahead.
those two teams, they have it in the trenches.
Oh, they? Okay.
They have linemen,
And that's where you're gonna win.
Man,
yeah,
and the Canes have their lineman coach, Roy Swan. He's
Good.
one of the best,
Okay.
I think, if not just Houston, it's in the state of Texas.
Good.
nice.
Which the Stings do as well. They
Yeah.
they have I know they have their they go work out at DAB, which is Brandon Robinson is his training facility. So I mean they're both great teams.
Well, good.
True
Well,
love.
hey, listen, that was from what I heard. It was a great day for a bunch of games there.
Yep.
And so Hey, Sharks won, man. But I want to shout out to to Cadence Hernandez. And now let me get into the for the Sharks who won the Super Bowl. Now let me get into the coaches real quick because I need to talk about these guys because as coaches we understand exactly how much time and effort is put. We also understand that if you lose, you're also blamed. And so these guys did a phenomenal job, and hopefully I get everybody's name correctly. So shout out to all the Magnolia Park Sharks championship coaching staff, which is Eloy Barrera III, Noah Muro, Isaac Pasulos, and I'm actually going to mess this stuff up, Ezekiel Teodoro.
Just let me say it, Steve.
Yeah, Percy Wyatt Jr., Gilbert Avila, Xavier Ancira, and Francisco Arenas.
Nice.
So shout out to all them boys. I'm wearing the hat. I got it today. Magnolia Park Sharks. Even though I never played for the Sharks, I grew up in that area. Got hurt, wasn't able to play. Yeah, kind of like how Junior was telling us
There
how
you
he got hurt.
Hurt his knee. That's why I couldn't.
Well, I had the unfortunate incident, but to hang your clothes, there was 2 T's. Okay,
Yeah.
you had 2 T's and then the line.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was
see.
swinging on the thing and I fell back and boom, broke my right arm. And then the next year, like an idiot, went back and did it again, broke the other arm.
Hell yeah.
And so so then
I know what you're talking about. We use that to do like push-ups.
Oh, for real?
Like, I mean pull-ups.
Pull-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't reach it, so.
So my mom said, "Hey, listen, dude, you ain't playing no football. I don't want you to get hurt again, all this and all that." So I just played one sport, which was baseball. So everybody says you shouldn't specialize. Well, I specialize in that. I'm living a great life. So shout out to Magnolia Park Sharks. You did it. Hurricanes. Hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Hopefully, I'm sure you guys are going to come back strong next year. I think the Sharks are going to go back to back to back. Man, I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it right now, Robert.
Oh.
I'm calling. Somebody talk me off that.
Man, somebody tag
Well,
that
if I go
page.
coach with the Canes, that won't happen.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Right here, baby. Sharks.
or we could just start a football team ourselves. Steve Medina Football.
There you go.
No.
Come on,
no,
Steve.
no.
You don't want to sponsor that?
No.
Steven
no.
Sharks.
No, I can't do that.
This guy's everywhere.
I can't do that.
You don't want to sponsor a football team.
Cannot do that.
Anyways, but that was cool.
Yeah. So now let's get to the baseball. What's
Let's
going
get-
on, man? I know the season's winding down for a lot of people, but there's still some people that still want to play all the way to December 29th.
Man, it's because you know how it is, man. If you're trying to go to
do
Gulf
what?
Shores or Sulphur, you have to get those points, man.
Why are people still playing? You think it's the coaches or the parents?
Look, man, I'm with you now, 100%. It's too cold.
It's not even cold. It's 80 degrees
Hell
outside.
yeah, it's too cold for me.
Robert, why do you think people? I know you come from the football world, but why do you think that teams are still playing right now? And then we're going to talk about the pitchers because we did not touch upon this. What was it, last week or the week before?
The week before.
But we're going to get into the pitchers throwing 95, 100 pitches at the 9-10U level.
Yeah.
In December. Wow. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so why do you think people are still playing right now?
Baseball?
Yeah. Parents or kids?
Well, if you get the right kids, it's going to be the kids.
Okay.
You got kids that want to put that work in that love it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever sport there is, but now we're baseball. But if they love it, they're not going to want to stop playing.
Okay.
Now
I can get
you
that.
do have parents that want to push it, and when you get a parent and a coach together that are on the same page about pushing it, there's no choice. You got to do it.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good take,
I'd
man.
hate to say you're right, but I think you're so right on that.
Nah, hey, he's right.
Man, you're so right. I wanted to go the other way, but man, you talked me into that because I think it's a little bit of both. What, Junior? You think it's both, or you think it's just one?
I think it's both, but I will say this: it is fall ball. I'm gonna put that on the coach, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the coach because look, there's one thing we keep talking about it on the group. Everybody wants to play games. Nobody wants to like spend time developing and working out, etc. You see that a lot more now, and I think that's what's kind of messing up select baseball a little bit. They're emphasizing a lot on games and not enough practices, or what they'll do in the fall is they'll play, but they use the same guys repeatedly,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, let me develop these other guys and get them ready for spring. Because realistically, if you go into the fall, like I'm talking about trying to qualify for Florida, right? I'm gonna always go back to that example.
Okay.
If you didn't win an NIT with the squad you had in the fall, and you don't make any adjustments to develop players or put them in the right situations to succeed, you're not gonna win one in the spring, unless you go to Austin, because nobody goes there,
Or Portland.
or Portland. But that's what I see, man. I think, especially like when you see the same kids pitching over and over. So let's get in that, man. I mean, I keep seeing it every weekend from just random teams. I had a good buddy of mine reach me out, the 8U kid pitch. He was just asking me some tips as to how we brought our teams up when we were younger. I explained it to him because he needed clarification on the pitch counts.
Right.
And, I think that's an issue too. Like, just the coaches aren't understanding, how to properly take care of the kids' arms, and then they're overusing them. That's a big problem, I think.
Now, when you say overusing them, what do you want to get into the pitch counts on Sunday?
Yeah, pitch counts on Sunday. So when I say overusing, to me, what that means is you're pitching the same kids over and over for crazy amounts. So like what I've seen, and I'm calling whoever the shoe fits. The
shoe
jacket,
fits where-
whoever, whatever, whatever.
What's the jacket one? Never heard that one.
Oh, yeah, the jacket, it's
You
in
heard that
Spanish. Si te queda el saco, póntelo.
I don't speak Spanish.
Okay.
Okay. Oscar's
Julio
not
knows
here.
what I'm talking about.
Oscar's
So all
not here.
our Latin people, they know what I'm talking about.
Look what Oscar put on you.
this dude. But what I'm saying is, like, they'll go Saturday and the kid will throw 3 innings, and then they'll go Sunday and then they'll throw 6. And between those 9 innings that they've pitched in 2 days, they're throwing in excess of 150, 160 game pitches. That's not counting the warm-up pitches. That's not counting the bullpen to get them,
Right.
warm and ready. I think that's a problem, man. I see teams using the same guys over and over. Everybody's scared, man. Everybody's scared to lose. Like, I don't understand that,
Another thing, I don't know too much about baseball. I know somewhat.
Yeah.
Another thing that drives coaches to do those things is because they chase this little $20 ring.
Hey, that's a silver bracket.
No, I'm saying though, this
Yeah,
is
I feel
what
you.
they chase, and if they want them, I mean, I'm sure you can buy these on AP.
Yeah, I know where you can get them at.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, man. I
But
mean,
it's just, it's crazy. There's coaches and there's parents that chase these things. But they'll do it at all costs.
yeah, that's
It's
crazy. Man.
Yeah, no, you're 100% correct on that. I mean, that definitely will happen. But I mean, when do you place the onus on the parent? They got to know.
Man, look, the parents that are really into this game, they know. The ones that are, their kid's good, they didn't really play, they're just missing. They're not informed enough. And then you have the parents that they played, and they're just so relaxed. You see that?
okay.
And what I mean by that is because you can relate to the football world as well. Like, people that actually played at high levels or understand the game in real depth,
Yep.
Okay.
they'll be more patient. They understand that it's a process. Now, you try to go with somebody that's kid is just okay or whatever, or the parents don't know, you'll see the difference.
Yeah, I see where you're going. Some experienced players, some experienced parents are calm. Some aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some aren't.
Yeah, and I think that goes across the board on all athletic forums.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, so let's specifically. So last week there was a 9U or 10U that threw 95 pitches.
It was 10.
Wow. I can't remember exactly which
Yeah,
one
it
it was.
was 10U.
What is the limit?
There's no limit though.
That's there's an inning limit.
There's an inning limit.
Wow.
I mean, you could throw 60 pitches in one inning.
Yeah.
Or you could throw 3 and get out of it. It just depends. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're like at 90 at the end of November,
That's
Oh man.
that's, I mean,
it's Tommy John, baby.
that eventually,
I'm
yeah.
kidding, I'm kidding.
No. We got to talk about that. I mean, the thing about it is, and I think you alluded to it, Junior, is the development part. I mean, sometimes, teams should develop pitchers. Now, just my personal assessment, I don't think you really can develop because you don't have enough time. And time is always the factor when you're dealing with teams, because when you can't ever devote enough time, but then you got to devote it some time.
Yeah.
So you got to find that balance in there, because parents have their life. I mean, they work, they got stuff to do too.
Yeah.
And you can't always be at the practice facility and all this and all that. But then on the same token, the trainers, they know if they take the business out of the trainers, right? If you really want to train somebody, they have to go to you every single day for a couple of hours a day in order for you to get them correct. I don't want to hear, oh man, I fixed them in a 20-minute session or a 30-minute session in the cage. That does not happen. I mean, so at some point in time, you got to take that and you got to develop pitchers. And once you do that, and then you can have a team of maybe 7, 8, 9 pitchers. Now, they may not all be top of the line, front line guys. They may not.
Yeah.
But they can eat some innings, and you need people that
Spread
can
it
eat some
out.
innings. Yeah.
Mhm. Especially in these long tournaments.
Well, right now should be when you're actually doing that. They should be throwing some people out there. But what we're seeing is the same names pitching
Come up.
in fall that are pitching in the spring and they're pitching in the summer. And so
They
let's think
still
about
can't
it.
win.
So listen. So let's think about this now. We're not even going to get into that, but yeah. So they start in. Let's just say you start in February. So you're starting February, March, April, May, June, July, August,
Hold on.
September,
Can I
October,
say
November.
something? I don't
Yes,
mean to
come
cut
on.
off. Bring the birthday boy real quick, since you already opened the door and broke our live feed. All right, so for those that don't know, I didn't mean to cut Steve off. Today is my youngest son's birthday, Jace. They just cracked the door. They're going to try to go get him. So we'll get him some little bit of airtime real quick. Just a little shout out, then we'll go back into it because I'm starting to get texts. So bring him on in and check this out. Check this out, Steve. Come on. Bring him in, Isa. We're going live. Go ahead. Come here, puppy. All right,
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
All right, it's not going to happen. But he's wearing a Houston Texans jersey, baby. He knows we're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. What's up, Jace? What's up, Jace?
There he is, guys.
Happy birthday, Jace.
There he is. Everybody say hi. He's like, give me the money. All right, baby. All right, there you go. Go ahead, mommy. Oh, no, don't get that. Here's the keys. All right, thanks for interrupting. Bye.
The beauty of live podcast.
Everybody give Jay some love. All right, okay. Now no interruptions. Lock that door, bro.
So you're going from January to November pitching,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, seriously?
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy. And then you're throwing 90-something pitches? Come on, man.
Nah, and to me the crazy part is like, I guess this you could tie into it as well is people aren't taking the craft of pitching serious enough, like they are in football, like tackling.
Mm-hmm.
They don't teach it the right way, or they don't know how to teach it, but they don't know like the what you have to do to keep that arm fresh. Like one thing that I noticed was this was a 12U kid. Dad hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, I know you deal with Santos and Demetrius and all these other pitching coaches. What do you guys like? What do you guys do after you pitch?" And I'm not a pitcher, but I know enough to give advice as to, hey, after you pitch, go run. Go run, break that lactic acid up. And the dad's like, for real? My pitching instructor doesn't tell me that. I'm like, where are you taking your kid? Oh, to this guy. How much you paying him? $150. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Well, the problem with that, dude, is unfortunately now there's a lot of, let's say, new techniques. So your new school trainer doesn't believe in running. Okay, they may not believe in ice in the arm. You know, they may not believe in stuff that worked a long time ago, because there's just so many new things. You know, with the bands and stretching, all this and all that. I mean, whoever you're gonna go with, you're gonna have to buy in.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna have to buy into what they're telling you, and hopefully your son doesn't get hurt. But
hey, I showed Steve this drill earlier this week. You like that? The one with the little trampoline?
no, not really. but somebody's probably making $100 an hour for that crap.
There was a little kid on the trampoline, and he was like jumping off of it trying to pitch. I'm like, what the hell? He's gonna hurt his knees, man.
What?
Yeah, I gotta
He'll
show you
He'll show it to you. It's
Like,
like real
I
dumb.
didn't throw my arm out, but I tore my ACL.
And Achilles, yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, but it's just amazing now. I mean, there's a lot of, you get the people that want your pictures to actually run, and then you get some that no, you're good. And so what I just think now is that I just don't think kids are running enough or running as much as they used to run. You know, that's especially in baseball. I'm just kids don't run.
Yeah.
Kids do not run. I mean, if okay, so what's the standard practice when you're going to start a game? Do y'all run? Do y'all run sprints? What do y'all do over there at the Legends?
You talking about what we do?
Yeah. And I've seen y'all, so if you line, I'm calling
Yeah,
you
yeah.
out.
What we do is, you know, a lot of people use different terms. I've heard the term about, like, I guess, like cracking a sweat or getting loose.
Blood going.
Everybody has different ways of putting it. You know, we do, I'll tell the kids stretch real quick. Like, stretch out. All of them should have bands. They'll stretch out. After they stretch out, get loose, a little bit of feet work here and there, a couple sprints here and there, and start getting loose. One thing I'm really, like, big on is actually, when you're getting loose, actually getting a good stretch when you throw. And what I mean by that is we'll line up the kids opposite, so now they actually have to turn and use their entire body to get rid of the ball. You know, 5-6 throws, and then you should be good enough, you know, get back to it. That's how we loosen up or warm up. But I've seen teams out there that they'll line up, you know, on the foul line, they'll sprint to the next pole and then come back. You know, everybody has their own way of doing it. Julio knows what I'm talking about. We saw that the elite. But you know, everybody has their own way of warming up. Everybody has their own way of, like, putting things into words. You know, I've seen crazy things too, man.
Well, I'm cool with everybody having their own way of doing whatever, but when did running stop? When did doing stretching stop?
Oh, okay. You're talking about in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because everything you said does not happen before a game.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happens before a game, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I'm sure you've been to, and maybe you can attest or you can interject about football. This is what happened in select baseball, right? You're playing at 1 o'clock. You get there at 12 o'clock. Okay? Let's just say everybody gets there at 12 o'clock. All right. Gather around, have a little talk, whatever. Okay, let's warm up. You know, or maybe the game is over before the allotted time. So what do y'all do? Everybody gets a ball, gets on the line, starts throwing, right? You get your pitcher. Hey, Junior, you're pitching today. Okay, so maybe you're going to warm up with the catcher. Maybe you're going to warm up with the coach. Mm-hmm. All right? So then you start. You're just warming up, right? Okay. And then at some point in time, let's do in and outs. Okay, so the infield gets with the infield, outfield gets with the outfield. Mm-hmm. And then, umpires call coaches.
Coaches.
Yeah, so coaches go over there. You start talking. Hey, let's go. We're batting first. Ain't no running.
Nope.
No running. Mm-hmm. No stretching.
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff. That doesn't happen enough in select baseball.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then we wonder why kids get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wonder why, you know, you're having these little bitty ankle injuries, hamstring injuries, whatever lower extremity injuries. Yeah. Well, hell, you don't warm up.
Yeah.
Another warm up.
Talking about stretching, warming up, you know, like my pet peeve, and it might hurt some people when I say this, is let's say you win a game and you got a game in between, and, you know, you tell everybody stay off their feet, right? Nobody stays off their feet, first of all. But you tell them, hey, stay off your feet. Get you something clean to eat.
Oh.
And then you see them kids with them cheeseburgers.
Yeah, but hold on.
Dogs.
Okay.
Chicken nugget, nachos.
That barbecue sandwich at baseball, you said?
Okay, well, hold on. There's nothing clean to eat at those those places.
Listen to me. So you know, I get what you're saying,
Well, you have to because.
but
What are they supposed to eat? A salad?
You have a crazy parent like me. All right, a lot of people think I'm crazy. All right, and they say I'm crazy because I'll leave. All right, like we'll leave, and we got a spot. Like I think I'm a prime member at Buffalo Wild Wings already.
Okay.
But
Eating healthy.
wait. We're not going in there getting wings. We go in there. This true story because that video I sent you. Go look at what Jalen's eating. He gets pissed every time I get him that. I get him them grilled tenders and little fruit cup. And some of the parents that we've played with on our other teams are like, hey man, why are you feeding them that? And I'm like, man, because I know about nutrition. You feed something bad on your kid, he's gonna feel it in the field.
Yep.
Especially something greasy, something like just heavy. Nothing better than grilled chicken, man. Now I could go to extremes and take some tuna and make them eat tuna there, but again, like I said, a lot of parents aren't informed. They're misinformed, or they just don't have enough information to like think that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look, hold on. Mario Estrada said the turkey sandwich at Scrapyard is bomb. Well, I need to try that. So.
Yeah, me too.
Scrapyard's too far for me. I'm gonna have to take your word on that.
Scrapyard, where's that? Off the Beltway?
No,
that's all the way by like.
I don't even know where it's at.
Yeah.
So they're in
It's
Which one's the one
the
up
Woodlands.
there? Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the Woodlands or
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Conroe?
says the one in the Woodlands. They had some good micheladas there one time.
But you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
They did have
Mich-
good food over there. The
Was
last
it-
time
how
I
you
went.
say it? Michelada, right?
Michelada.
Micheladas.
Michelada. It's like a TH instead of a D.
Hey, for the guys that were here for the
Oh, he was here for the lunch.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot.
for the michelada tasting party, my man Rob right here had never tried a michelada in his life.
Never.
And never until he tried it. I have some mix in there if you want some. I'll get you some.
Let's do it.
All right. But,
Yeah, but going back to it, I just think that you can't. Well, you don't have enough time, dude. I mean, if you're playing at Baseball USA, what are your options? You're not going to Zoe's Kitchen. You're not going to get no plant-based stuff. You're going to go
all right,
get.
I'm
Well, I think
gonna go ahead.
I think the good thing about Baseball USA, you can take your own coolers and food.
Yeah,
Same
but
thing
that-
with Dow.
That doesn't happen though.
But yeah, that's
Does
true.
it happen?
Look, follow what I do. You finish your game. You have a game in between.
Well, if I follow what you did, I'd be at home by 9:30 on Sunday.
This dude.
I'm-
Okay. What I'm saying is like.
and then I could eat
always,
healthy.
I'm telling you, I always show up to Buffalo Wild Wings and we order the same things, like grilled nuggets for him, and I get order of cheesesteaks. We just go to watch sports, really. But I mean, that's what I do. Just go down the street. Get out of Baseball USA, get on the Beltway. Don't get off on the first exit. Get off on the second one. I forget the exit.
Mhm.
Once you get off, there's a light. Pass the light up, and Buffalo Wild Wings, it's to your right. Just go in there and tell them you want the wind-up special, and they'll get you the grilled chicken and the
Wind
fruit.
up special.
Well, what about if your game's back to back to back?
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the tuna or something like that might
Yeah.
work. But see, again, look, you can't try to eat this stuff like just because, Junior's saying it. Yeah, we're going to eat this. If you don't eat it at home.
I don't think anybody's gonna say that.
Look. But if you don't eat it at home and you're not used to it and you feed that to a kid,
Yeah.
then you're doing them as bad as feeding them the bad food because his body's not going to react to it. Trust me. I've been through it.
I'll tell you what we do. This ain't baseball, but before games, like we played in the showcase last year,
Yeah.
February, we hydrate, and then when we're done hydrating, we hydrate.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that time. There was one time we did play a game back to back, a football game, not a
Damn.
baseball.
Contact?
Yeah, contact.
Back to back,
We're gonna talk about that in a little while. Them showcase
Back to
tournaments,
back.
man.
and Jaren couldn't eat. So I knew that was a possibility. They told us. He just hydrated, and then of course afterwards, go get him something to eat, something not heavy,
Yeah.
something that's not gonna be greasy, because there were kids that ate greasy stuff there, dude, puking all over the field.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but it's hard to get away from that though.
Of course,
I know,
of
I know.
Man,
course.
it's hard
I
to
know.
get away.
It's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, don't change it up because I'm saying it. But if you develop those healthy habits and then you get a pattern, a couple weeks, couple months, it becomes easy, second nature. Like us, what we eat, go look at our fridge. We eat turkey and brown rice all the damn time. But that's just because that's what I eat. Now I love the holidays. Go look in the fridge right now. We got tamales.
What do you have?
Tamales.
Dude, I haven't eaten
And we got like
tamales in
pumpkin
years.
pie because we're having like our big Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. But like if you eat clean, it just becomes a healthy habit. I mean, it just depends. But the coaches want to go to Chulas, Juan. That is so funny.
I thought it was Pluckers. Well, it depends where you're at.
Look, they do have a chulas there.
Man, I haven't been there.
There's a chulos over there, Baseball USA, or tight ends over here, and
Oh, please,
BLD.
please.
I've never been to Titans.
Oh, what? Look, dude, I made a mistake last year. I made a mistake. We were at BLD, and it was a Saturday game. Saturday, right? We played. Who was with me, man? If somebody was with me, write in the comments. Somebody was with me. Who was it? Was it you, Julio? No. Santos, maybe? Okay, so we leave the game. All right.
It wasn't Aaron?
Aaron.
because it happened to us too,
No.
but Twin Peaks.
Oh, this guy. It was Aaron. Yeah, it was probably Aaron. Me and Aaron from HP. Anyways, look. So we go to tight ends. I had never been to tight ends. But I noticed something was wrong when we're pulling up and like the windows are like pitch black, bro. So we walk in. It's me and two other dads and the kids. They're full uniform. It's like we get there right at 11 because we played the 8 o'clock and the 10 o'clock game on Saturday morning. So we walk in there. I'm hungry. I never been to this place, bro. Walk in. I'm like, Jesus, like we can't come in, but we're already in there. So I'm not gonna. Excuse my language. I'm not gonna bitch out. Like, all right, guys, let's go in there. You should have seen the faces on the boys. They were like, well, you can't see my glasses, but they were just staring. And that was the last time I was like, I can't bring. I can't do it. Man.
It was intense.
It was intense, bro. Have you ever been to tight ends?
I've never. Have you been?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Man.
Like how far intense? 1 through 10.
Like, it's almost like Show P.
I've never been there. Either.
Okay, we got
Show Palace.
Show Palace.
But we're close.
He's never
Yeah.
been there, but it was just like,
It's that okay?
yeah, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, and we got there at 11, so we got the early shift. You know what I mean? Like,
You didn't get the last
The early bird special.
it was. Oh, right
Hey,
there,
dude,
Gilbert.
dude.
I'll be like, what's going on,
Gilbert.
bro?
Oh yeah, Magnolia Park's the Sharks, baby.
Hey, you know,
Hey.
you know, Gilbert. What's going on, baby?
Yeah, shout
he
out.
knows. He knows. I know.
Gilbert's a good guy, man. I
Is
know
it
Gilbert.
good?
Yeah,
Good.
guy.
Hey, well they won, so shout out again. Hey, does Scrapyard really have Minute Maid prices?
I don't know, man. Hey, but I mean, Scrapyard does have micheladas.
Yeah,
Well,
they're pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
You haven't been there, huh?
I haven't been there in
Dude,
years.
they rebuilt the whole concession stand.
Dude,
It looks like a mini
bro.
Aldi in
Bro,
there.
I don't
What?
think they have them anymore.
Yeah,
though.
dude.
It's too
They don't?
far. It's too far.
Oh man!
It's too
If
far
somebody
for me.
can confirm if Scrapyard still has their concession stand, I haven't been there last year.
Yeah, no, it's too far for me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but Scrapyard. Anyways, so don't take your kids to tight ends after a game, man. I'm telling you, bro. Walked in there, I was like, oh Lord, like please don't tell your mom I brought you here. First day we walk into the door, Mom,
It's
we
part-
won both of our games. Good. Where'd you eat? Tight ends. My mom and Isa had no idea what was going on, so she's like, okay, whatever. And then a couple of days later, I get a screenshot. Why you liking this pic? And then it said tight ends. She's like, oh, that's tight ends. I was like, geez.
Yep. Was
So
the
that
food
was
good there?
funny.
Did you like the food?
I didn't eat food.
How was the beer?
I got one beer, and then I was like, all right, you guys good? Guess what Jalen ate? The grilled chicken nuggets.
With brown rice. Poor kid.
You know what? I think Frank the Tank went with me.
Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank's everywhere.
Oh, the sandwich is $8 over there.
Damn, they don't have a choice either.
Well, yeah, because it's out in the middle of nowhere over there.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, but I always found it like amusing that they have that gas station, which is in the middle of nowhere, but it's right in front of Scrapyard. Like it's there on purpose.
You
Oh,
think
yeah,
it was there
for sure.
before? Was it there
I
before?
don't know. I don't remember. Like
I don't remember. I don't know.
yeah, but that place is like it's literally like down the street from like the Woodlands like city center right there.
Is it?
Yeah. All right.
Robert,
what's up, Rob? You miss Baffle?
I do not. I mean,
Oh,
not in a bad way. We're in Taifa now, so I'm not coaching anymore.
Hey Gilbert, stay tuned for the new season of Friday Night Tykes. Robert's the head guy.
Really?
No.
Junior just be making it.
I know.
Promo
right
every
there.
week, man. I'm forming teams. Just whatever. I'm just like, well, shit, I don't even know. But hey, a bucket is $17 at Scrapyard.
Wow.
Man, that's way
Oh,
too
they
much.
sell alcohol there.
Yeah, they
Yes,
sell alcohol.
dude.
$17
What?
for a bucket? No.
At BLD they sell
awesome.
beer. They start selling beer at 11.
That
You
is
see all the
awesome.
coaches like
Lined up, right?
Yeah.
Time out. Time blue. Time blue.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, it's always a good
$17
time.
for a bucket.
Man, that's crazy.
That's well.
I guess.
You can
It's
go to
been
you,
more
you can go to
expensive.
you can go to Soho and get a bucket for like $11. But that's Soho though.
So
Yeah.
that's down
Midtown, that same bucket is gonna be about $30 at Midtown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so 17's not bad.
No, I went to this. I'm sorry. I went to this little ice house. Maybe it was Halloween. $22 for a bucket.
Dang.
Michelob.
Ooh.
Ultra?
Should have just
Yeah.
got water,
Oh,
bro.
I should've,
man. That's terrible.
God, I shouldn't even said the kind of beer. Right?
It's a
Oh, my
six count
God.
beer.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's actually not bad then. I thought they were gonna do the 5 count.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever gone to a place and the bucket's like 5 beers? I'm
no,
like,
that's,
dude.
that's what it was. 5
Oh,
beers.
5 beer?
20,
Oh,
22
no,
bucks.
I got a problem with that.
I'm like, what? Can't even get a six pack.
Yeah, I got a problem with
You
that.
might as well get IPAs with that.
If they even allow it, they're not gonna allow it with that.
I like IPAs, man.
Do you?
I'm a big fan.
Hey, so what do we got going on with the U trip this week?
So
Anything?
No, man.
Are people playing on Thanksgiving
no,
weekend?
No, Darren said, "Hey, everybody, enjoy with y'all's family. I'm not putting any tournaments out there." So shout out to Darren, but we can't talk about last week's.
So you serious? There's no tournaments this week,
Nope.
man.
Let me just
Julio,
double check.
is that true?
Let me double
I'm
check.
not sure. I think.
Look, I
Junior-
haven't seen any action, man. I
Junior's
talked
got
I talked to Darren the other day, and we just chopped it up.
Usually there'll be like a 1-day tournament or something like that.
Let's see. Here we go, man. Here you go, Rob. Look, we're gonna show you how select baseball works a little bit.
No, skip the weekend.
Yeah.
Man,
look.
Oh no, it's there. Hold on.
Where?
No.
Everybody.
No,
No,
he did
no.
it. If you want to go play baseball, you gotta go down to the
We
valley.
got to go to Dallas.
To where? The Valley?
The valley.
Where?
Or right there to Dallas area, right here to the frozen ropes, and
No, it's gonna be too
the
cold up
pre-
there.
That was last weekend.
that's last weekend. No, okay. Well, this
30th.
one. Yeah, look, there's no tournaments, man. Shout out to everybody. Enjoy this weekend with your family, man.
Wow.
Hey, but next week, check it out. Look how many teams. 256 for
Under
the
Armour.
300-point championships right there.
Wow.
Yeah, like check this out, Rob. This is crazy, bro.
Baseball. Is that here?
Yeah.
Hold on.
These
We're
are all the-
256
Hold on. When?
teams.
This
Oh.
next week. Y'all playing, Steve?
That's
Wow.
pretty average, Robert.
Hey, anybody heard from Nick Saban?
Nah, he's asleep.
Oh, man.
We ain't even talking about it.
He doesn't know what we're talking about. Robert, there's the head guy for the team that Steve is coaches. We call him Nick Saban. The reason
No,
why
we
is-
don't. You do.
I call him Nick Saban. The reason why is because they win every tournament.
No, we don't.
They don't let nobody else win.
What level you
That-
coaching?
That's not true.
12?
You. That's not true. That's not true. Man, where's that tournament at? That's
I
in
don't wanna
Dallas.
Talk about it.
Nah, that's here, man. Baseball
that's-
USA.
yeah, that's the
Look
Under
at-
Armour.
Look at the 11. Ooh.
Man, I bet you half them teams play.
Nah. This is for real, bro. Look at this. Ooh,
Wow.
Look at the 10U division. Ooh,
I think that's the last biggest one in the year, ain't it?
damn. Look at the 9Us.
Hey, and these teams that go to these tournaments, they're real deal. Most of them.
Yeah, it depends. Just like in football, you can lose, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
So I see like 10 teams that Jay plays on. Who's he gonna play with that day?
He's gonna play with our Pasadena team.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
Julio told
You
me
know,
to say. Julio told me to say that. Man. I'm taking one for the team. Julio, you
Talk-
owe me.
Talking about that was so funny. Darren called me. He's like, "Hey, man, I didn't know you were starting a team." I'm like, man, who told you that? He's like, anyways, here's info for another one. I was like, come on, man. Shout out Darren, man. I know he's watching. He
So,
watches.
hold on. So that's y'all right there, right?
Yeah, right here, baby. Right there. There we
Y'all
go.
still AAA?
We AAA, baby. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good luck.
8 o'clock on Sunday.
Are we-
I know exactly what time it is.
The standard is, I think when you hit like 28 games, like they bump you up to major.
But I thought you got to win 20, not lose. Where you at? Where's
right
y'all
there,
schedule?
right there, man.
Oh, that's y'all in Houston Texans area right there.
We
One
still-
game
we-
over 500.
We stay.
I can't talk. I cannot talk.
We got a Cowboys fan in the building. Hey, Man, he wants to clown on you real quick. This guy roots for the Raiders, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
know.
salty.
Lost
That's
to the
why
Jets.
I'm ready for everybody. I'm salty this week.
Who y'all
So
play this
salty.
week, man?
I don't even know. I ain't even looked. I was so pissed off about the Jets game.
Hey,
We lost against the Jets too. I can't talk.
Check this out, Robert. So I used to go to AMC to go watch this, right? Because they have all the AMC by my house. I don't know about here in Pasadena, but
what's up, Flash?
Yeah, what's up, Flash Gordon? But what happens is you can go in there, right? And they show NFL games. So I will go in there and watch the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
The catch is you got to be a Stubbs member, Premier member, whatever. But you got to spend $10. Now, you know when you go to the movies, a popcorn is what, $8.50?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You're
you
good.
get a popcorn and a Coke, $16. So I would go in there and watch it. But now DirecTV messed up on my bill. They were charging me for stuff I didn't have. So in order for me to be happy, and I'm still not happy, they gave me the direct ticket for free the rest of the year.
ticket. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the NFL ticket. There you
Wow.
go. And so I'm at my house and I'm in my room and I put on the Raiders. I'm like, hell yeah, it's on. 10 actual minutes, not game minutes, but 10 actual minutes. Man, I was pissed. I was like, bro, I'm out. I told my wife, I'm not watching this crap. I'm not. Wow. I was so pissed off, man. You know, it's just, I was mad, dude.
Hey,
and I'm still mad.
Flash just let me know they playing Mahomes.
Who?
That's why I'm wearing the glasses. He caught on to it. Yeah.
Y'all playing Mahomes?
Y'all
Man,
playing Mahomes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Steve about to cry.
I ain't crying. Who y'all playing?
Oh, don't laugh.
Yo, y'all losing too.
We playing the Pats, baby.
Y'all
We
losing
gonna
too.
show who's the real Texas
Tommy
team.
Gunn.
I got
Tommy
you.
Gunn.
I got you, Rob. I got
You got what?
got the D Watt.
Man,
We lost.
The,
got-
the Pasadena Deshaun Watson right here was calling it. So, yeah.
Oh man, I might have to look. True fact, I've been to 3 Texans games this year, and we're 3-0. So if I
What
go,
happened with the Astros? You were wearing the jersey, so what are you doing, man?
All right,
Yo,
okay.
we're not talking about the Astros. We're still salty at that.
No, let's clear the air on that because he's got a good point.
Let's clear the
Okay.
air on that.
So, for those that don't know the story behind
I know
the
what you're
George
saying now,
Springer jersey. All right, so I have this orange George Springer jersey, right? And I wore this jersey, bought it in 2017, and I wore it for, man, I forgot the count. It was like 17 games or something like that, and we were 17-0. So every jersey that I wear to the Astros game, like if I flip it under, I keep a tally, and it's like a little mark with a Sharpie, and it'll say like if we won or we lost.
That's way too much work, bro.
Hey, man.
Way too much.
Hey, man.
Seriously.
I'm diehard.
I've never heard that. Have you
Man.
heard that, Robert?
No.
Seriously.
I'm diehard. All right. Another thing that I did was during the 2017 run, under the lid of my cap, I would write the scores. Yeah.
Dude.
Did you run out of space to write?
No, not for that one.
Even Flash Gordon is calling BS on that. But go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I wore this jersey, right? And like
It's
we were
extreme.
like 16 or 17-0. So I wore it throughout the playoffs, and we would always win. So it's a lucky jersey. Now, a lot of people, for their lucky jerseys, they'll wash them, or they won't wash them, right? Like they'll leave them dirty or whatever. They'll be stinky, whatever. Me, man, screw that. I'm washing my jersey. Like I washed it.
Okay.
We won game 3 here in Friday. Game 3 was in Friday. I took Jay. We win and we won. Then Saturday, I take my wife. Well, we lost that game. Right?
You didn't wear the shirt. The
I
jersey.
wore the jersey.
So
So
she's
we
banned.
lost it, and I'm like, crap. Like, man, thanks, Issa. Like, we lost because of you.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was Issa's fault. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so she's like, man, like, all right. So then game 5, I'll never forget this. This is a good story for all our viewers right now. So, like, I'm sitting down. This is when we first got Deshaun Watson, right? So, like, we're playing the Seahawks. And if you guys will remember this, the game before game 5, Texans Seahawks, they're going at it. Will Fuller's catching all these balls. They're going back and forth. And somehow the Texans still screw it up. We lose. And I'm, like, glued to the couch watching the game, waiting for Issa to get ready. Well, we put our tickets on StubHub at a crazy price. Like, we didn't think they were going to sell. And I get an alert, like, in the middle of the fourth quarter. And, like, I hear the email, and I didn't think of it. So I tell Issa, you good? She's like, hey, ticket sold. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, they sold. I forgot to take them off. I'm like, crap. And I told her, I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm going. Like, I'm going. I look at the nosebleeds, and they're like $1,200 a pop. So I told her, I was like, how much they sell for? She told me. I was like, okay. Standing room is $900. Go ahead and buy it. Go ahead. She bought me a standing room ticket. She dropped me off. But I didn't wear the Springer jersey that game. I wore that throwback Biggio with the navy and gold.
Who are you?
I ran into Johnny Dang. So look, check it out. While the game's going on, we're down 4-0, and I'm at the Torchies bar, and I'm looking at the screen like, man, I should have just stayed at home.
You should have.
So then I run into my good friend Chris Hernandez, and he's like, hey, man, let's just walk around. So we're walking around, and we run into Johnny Dang, the grills guy. You know who that is?
Yeah.
All right, so we run into him. I take a picture with him, and he tells me, he's like, hey, man, we about to come back. And I said, all right, Johnny, and I kept walking. I posted that picture on my Instagram, and it says, let's start a rally. And then my phone died. And then the rest is history, man.
So you're the reason the Astros won.
So
That's what you're trying to say.
I was the reason the Astros won because I made that post. So then Issa, to make it up, I wake up Monday, and she's like, hey, she's like, check this out. She sends me like confirmation. She's like, I got us tickets. We're going to Game 6. But we were so confident we were winning Game 6 with Verlander on the mound, right? That we didn't plan for Game 7. So the flight back on Wednesday was at 5:00. So we get there, and I gotta say, Dodgers fans, we have a large following for Los Angeles, 4th biggest city, 4th biggest listening group. But man, y'all Dodgers fans suck. Let me just put it out there. They were throwing hot dogs. They were throwing popcorn. Issa was pregnant at the time. I mean, we're getting harassed. But I kind of instigated it because when Springer hit the home run in the 3rd inning, I went nuts because I'm wearing my orange Springer. So I'm like, whoa! I'm turning around like, yeah, it's over. We lost, man. I don't know why the hell Carlos Beltran swinging at the ball above his head for the last pitch. Well, anyways, so we stayed in LA overnight, and the next day flight was at 5. The game started at 5. We're boarding the plane, and Bregman hit that ball to second base, and Springer scored, and that was it. I didn't know the score. I didn't know anything that was going on. We landed at George Intercontinental, and I turned my phone on. Top of the 9th, we're up 5-1. I started crying, bro. I started freaking crying. And Issa was like, what's wrong with you? I was like,
that's a hallmark moment, especially during Christmas.
I said, man, Issa, you don't understand. I did it. I was wearing my Springer jersey again. So, anyways, I told Issa, man, I'm never bringing you again because we lost both games because of you, right?
God.
So Issa's like, so the next year, 2018, we actually flew out for Game 1 ALCS in Boston, and they won. I was wearing my Springer jersey, but then we lost the next 4. So this year, when World Series came around, we went to Game 1.
Did
I
you
wore
wear
my
it?
Springer jersey,
But you took your wife.
and we lost. I took Issa. I'm sorry, guys. We lost. Not only that, Game 2, my brother-in-law went. We sold him tickets. Game 6, called my brother-in-law, right? I'm like, hey, you're going with me. You went to Game 6, ALCS this year. We saw the walk-off. He went to Game 6, 2017, when we beat the Yankees. And we've been to a few games, playoff games, me and him. Big Astros fan. Julio knows what I'm talking about. So we go to the game. And then everything just collapsed. So I told my brother-in-law, like, man, should I sell Game 7? And he's like, nah, man, we're already here. Like, let's go. So I said, all right. I promise you, bro, on that 7th inning, on the first out by Eaton to Bregman, I turned around and I told the kids behind me 8 more outs. I should have just kept my mouth shut because the next pitch was a bomb to freaking Rendon. And then I was like, okay. They pull Greinke. He walks Soto. They pull Greinke. Second pitch, after I had just called that Will Harris was going to win MVP, freaking bomb. But from our view, I mean, we didn't know where the ball was going. It hit the freaking pole, bro. And then from then on, I looked at my brother-in-law and I said, man, I'm never wearing this jersey again.
Thank God.
So
Retired.
now it's retired. It's in the closet, and it will never be out again. So now I'm looking for a new jersey. And the funny part was, Issa was like, hey, you want a new jersey? Like, I'll get you one. I wanted a Garrett Cole, but I played it smart. I know that boy gone. So I said, nah, I don't want Garrett Cole. So now I think, I don't know. I don't know what's my next jersey for next year.
Correa?
Yuli.
Correa? I have a Yuli.
You have a Yuli?
The gold one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. That I've only worn it once. That was to the opening day when we got the rings, and
Yeah.
it's still in my closet in a plastic wrap. I'm never gonna wear that one. I'm trying to get Yuli to sign it. So Yuli, if you're watching, because I know you are, hit me up, man. I got a jersey for you to sign.
Man, you know, he was just down the road not too long ago.
Yeah, he's always down here in Pasadena. He loves Pasadena. Right there at the Whataburger, right?
No, it
Oh,
was
he
at
at that
Honda, a Big Star Honda.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to. So that's the story behind the Springer jersey. So everybody asked me, okay, so for Game 7.
Now, when you say everybody, how many people are you talking
I'm
about?
talking
when
about
you
like
say
20
everybody?
to
'Cause you
20
make it
to
sound like
20
it's 1,000.
20 to 30 people.
I'm not buying that.
20 to 30 people asked me for Game 7, what jersey are you wearing? Guess what jersey I wore?
Tyler White.
You wore the Biggio, right?
I wore the Biggio.
Oh,
Which one? Which one?
Yeah,
The blue one.
The blue one.
Yeah, that's why they lost.
This guy right
that's
here.
trash.
This guy.
The only thing worse would have been if you wore that ugly ass brick red pinstripe shit. I hate that.
Man,
I hate
he
that
hates
Astro
it.
one. It's
I'm gonna
terrible.
put it's in the closet.
You're the only
Look,
one
you
who
want,
likes it.
You want me to bring it out?
No,
Show everybody?
no, nobody likes that crap.
Look, if you like the maroon brick red
Nobody
jersey,
likes it.
comment
Nobody
right
likes
now.
It. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it.
Look, I can't be the only guy that likes those colors.
Yeah, I think you are. You and the 65-year-old white guy that's sitting in the stands. Y'all the only ones who are wearing that. Trust me.
I'm also gonna blame the guy that was sitting 3 rows in front of me wearing a Rangers jersey and an Astros cap for
What
Game 6 and
the
7.
hell?
Yeah, that's what I said. And he's like, "Oh, I root for all Texas team." I was like, "Bro,
No, that don't work.
That don't
That does
work
not
that way,
work, dude.
That does not
no."
work.
So I'm blaming him, and if you heard it, it is what it is. Okay, so you, according to Juan's our Astros reporter. Dairy Queen on Howard and 45 is where Yuli goes.
Where's that at?
What?
Oh, really? Right there by Stripes?
Right there by the strip club?
Oh, by
Right-
legs.
There's a strip
Right
club.
there by legs? Well, he's actually going to legs.
No way. Yuli's showing mad love for the Southeast. Okay.
Mad love.
Hey, but that's a story behind the jerseys. So
Oh, thank God that story's over. Hey, Flat. Hey, Flat. Why is Flash throwing shade 34-3 next? Mahomes. Come on, Flash.
oh man,
I'm gonna throw a score of Tom Brady against you guys up, man.
Nah, Nicole's gonna probably get on and check the rosters. You need to
She
watch
right
out.
there. Hey, could be, but where were we at, man?
Hey,
So-
going back. Okay, go ahead, Julio.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to touch on the parking situation at Baseball USA because I saw it this past weekend.
How was it?
They are not lying.
When
If you wait after 3 p.m., they're not charging anymore, man.
What?
I swear, I was
know-
walking in. I
Well,
drove
you-
in, and I was like, "There's nobody there." The
Well-
cop was asleep in the car. I'm
You
like,
know-
"Come on, man."
you just ended that right now.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry, man, but look, like to me, it was like we were promised security. Come on, man.
Hold on. Where were you promised security at though?
Man, somebody wrote something.
Okay.
That happened to us though. Unfortunately, we had an 8:00. One of those morning games.
Okay.
So I get there maybe an hour and a half early.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell Junior.
Yeah, I know.
I get there pretty early.
Yeah. no,
6:30 for an
when-
8 o'clock game.
When
Yeah.
when Julio says I'm gonna be there at 7, he shows up at 5:30.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I say I'm gonna be there at 7, we ain't getting started till about 8:30. So
So-
actually like 10, but
Sorry.
So I've gone there. I've gone there to where, nobody's even in the front gate yet. So just drive right in.
yeah.
wow. Why?
It's just me.
Dedication,
that's
baby.
That's just always just the way I am.
Okay. All right. I mean,
Always punctual.
no breakfast? Breakfast in the car? Or?
Breakfast on the way.
Dang. Man, I don't even know what to say about that. Man, the 8 o'clock game, you getting there at 6:30? Whoa.
So somebody's got to open up the park somehow.
Dang. Man, I tell you what. So, any break-ins? What'd you see?
Nah, I didn't see anything. I mean, what I saw was just I didn't see no security. That's for sure
Didn't at all.
at all. So we need to make sure we tighten.
And that
it
was
up.
at 3 o'clock on what? Saturday or Sunday?
That was Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Was there enough parking spots?
Well, man, my hair looks bad. But yeah, actually there was enough parking because last week was only an 80-team tournament.
Okay.
So they had plenty of parking there. I actually parked in the very front just to see if they would break into my car. And they didn't.
That would have been sweet if they did.
So okay, we have a question here, Mr. Day. Clove 1 2 3 4 5. What is the best park in your opinion to play at? If you ask me, I'm gonna say Baseball USA because you can bring your cooler, You can get out real quick, and you can go to one of the restaurants down by Memorial Mall, and then come back. If you ask Steve, he's gonna say Sienna because he lives down the street.
And you can do everything you just said. You can do that over there too.
Yeah.
But you gotta.
But
go
Steve
through
drives
the-
his golf cart to the park.
Yes. Yes.
And talking about Sienna, I had a couple guys this past weekend, Steven Fiedler and Mike Jacob, say that they also live in Sienna, so they want to link up with you, Steve, and
For real.
ride their golf carts together.
That's.
You know where this guy lives, right?
I
Sugarland.
I guess
Dude,
that.
he's
I
got
guess
like
that's
a
okay. Julio, what's your
3.5
favorite?
million house.
No,
What's
no,
my
no.
favorite one?
Yeah.
I think scrapyards.
Nice.
It's just not because it's far, but I like the setup they have there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But second will be Baseball USA.
What field? The 4, 5, 6, and 7, the middle ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see Baseball USA too.
I like Pecan Park. It's down the street, but
Oh, that too for sure. Anything close to the house is gonna be good, but if you have to drive far, either scrapyards or Baseball USA.
just whatever you do, don't put me at Carlos Garza.
I'm liking the rack though.
The rack?
Yeah, that one's going. I haven't been out there
The
since
rack,
last
the
year.
rack
So
is fire, bro.
I like the rack. It's just too far from my house.
Yeah, the rack is fire.
Yeah, it's real good. Have you ever been to any of these?
Baseball USA I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like Baseball USA. It all depends, man. The turf fields are good. I don't like the grass fields over there.
But then I agree with you, but it's weird because, like, you know what I noticed? Well, around the state, the older kids actually play on dirt, man. Most of them.
Yeah.
So I think we should. I like the turf, but I'm starting to like dirt more.
Yeah, but that's going to change though.
You think so?
Well, if you're in Baytown, all those baseball fields in high school are all going to be turf, along with the softball fields.
Not Field 11 at Baseball USA. Which one's that one? Is that the little field?
oh yeah, I think it is a little field.
They changed it. That used to be Field. Was it like 5, right, back in the day, or 6? No, because those are in the corner.
So you got one.
South Post Park for Flash. Man.
Boy Flash.
That boy Flash on a roll. Oh, the last one.
Hey, you think he's wearing the national shirt today or the 5-tool shirt today?
5-tool shirt. I don't know. Are you wearing a 5-tool shirt, Flash?
He probably is. Hey, shout out to my boy Joaquin Martinez. He loved the Shark hat. Sharks, baby.
Hey, man.
Sharks.
I heard Flash's resume has been popping up all around the city. So if you get a job, I want 25%.
You talking about for coaching or what?
Yeah.
Dang.
Dude, I promise. Like, I know our community watches our show because I'm walking around. You know, everybody's like, hey, you know, blah, blah. And they're like, hey, man, tell Flash, tell Flash. Blah, blah. I'm like, man, Flash, there you go.
Who? Oh, to go into the
Yeah,
other team?
to go and coach for them.
How about the Legends? Y'all need help?
Man, come on. I already told Flash. We can't pay him that much, but he can hang out with us.
Fucking you and Santos taking on.
Come on, man.
Oh, did I say that? Did I say that too loud?
The Haters Club.
Yeah, I'm salty though.
Hey, Rob, you don't know about the Haters Club, right?
I don't.
Haters Club with a Z, because Z is for
Haters.
ballers. Haters. Yeah, it's up for all the haters. Yeah.
Hey, check out that question.
What's
about
y'all's
Nick
take
Gonzalez.
on AA teams playing on turf and AAA majors playing on dirt at these tournaments at Baseball USA?
Okay,
Nick
Nick,
Gonzalez.
I'll tell you my take on that because I think I addressed that in one of the first two
Yeah.
episodes. If I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, the AA teams historically have more teams in a tournament, which brings in more revenue, which would dictate for them to play on the turf fields. Now, your AAA and especially the major teams, they all have a problem because supposedly they're playing for a berth, right?
Yeah.
We're just talking about the Super NIT. So they automatically think that it's a rite of passage for them to play on turf fields. Well, if I'm looking at it and there's 40 AA teams and 20 major teams, I mean, you do the math.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do the math. And so I think as a business standpoint, yeah, that's pretty good. However, the major teams, if you're playing for a berth, some would deem it as an unimportant berth, then maybe they should play on it. But I could see both sides of it. But I'm cool with it.
What would you rather play on?
Well, if it's like in the summertime, man, that turf gets hot as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but I think the kids now are starting to go into wanting to play a little bit more turf.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's what they get a lot of now. How about
I-
you, Junior?
Man, look, man, I like turf. I'm a fan of turf because you can get the games playing. But man, turf develops a lot of bad habits,
Like what?
Really?
like not staying down on a ball, not staying through a ball, sliding like 5 feet early because you know you're gonna get to the bag,
True.
and then you go and try to slide on dirt and you get stuck. Just little things like that. But I like the fact that you can get games up and running back. Like,
Right.
look,
You're
you
always
know,
going to get them.
you give shit. Well, you give a lot of crap to the elite, you know, like because of the weather. But one thing about it, though, man, that they drain very good, bro. I mean, we went there last year. Well, the All American that they were. It was pouring down rain. They stopped playing for 5 minutes, bro, and the field was good to go. 5 minutes. That's insane, dude. This must have been a lot of money spent on those fields, but you know,
Draining system.
you know,
Yeah.
I guess it just depends.
The correct one.
It depends because too, if you have crappy turf, I mean, Jesus, the game could be.
So who has crappy turf here in Houston? Premier?
Well, I haven't been to Premier recently.
I think BLD's getting that way, right?
Yeah, BLD for sure.
Yeah.
That's BLD.
Yeah, they should. Apparently, the rumor is there's going to be an actual upgrade or something like that. You know,
Oh, we'll see.
but I don't. But I've heard that for. The
I heard they
past
were going
couple of
away with
years.
that.
Oh, I heard that too. What do you think, Nick? I mean, which one do you like? Do you like dirt or playing on turf? Flash says turf, so you won't hear people yell "bad hop" from stand. Well, you're gonna hear it anyway. That's funny as heck. But it all depends. It all depends. I mean, you know, if you're talking about playing big tournaments now, I think it's all gonna eventually go to turf
Yeah, well, look, we
as it
talked
becomes
about,
a little bit more feasible.
we talked about wood bat tournament.
Right.
Man, we got a lot. At least I got a lot of feedback from a lot of people saying that they would be interested in playing. Now, it wasn't like the younger kids, but it wasn't like the older, like 13 and up. But it was like
So
just
the middle ones, yeah.
They're interested in it. And man, like I said, if we can make something happen, I mean, I think it'd be good for baseball. I mean, you definitely cut down on all the home runs, but I mean, you can see who could really hit and who can't. The only thing is, like Steve said, sometimes with wood bats on an inside pitch or even on an outside pitch, we might snap a bat with one pitch. You know what I mean? So
Very
I
easily,
guess
if you don't know how to use
the
them.
durability of the bats would be an issue, but you know, I could see where.
But my deal is this on that one because I'm always having to answer that question from parents. So you buy a bat for $400. Well, that's 3 wood bats or 4 wood bats right there.
Mhm.
You know, and so you know you can justify having them, but you gotta know how to. I mean, if you're trying to swing at a bad pitch with a wood bat, it's gonna break.
Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
yeah, you gotta know how to.
How much? I mean,
Now, here's the deal. So if you hit it off the end right here, and I have a bat right here, so if you hit it off the end, it's gonna break. You hit it somewhere over here, specifically, right here, will break.
done. Automatic.
It all depends where it hits, but for the most part, but right here, you messing around, boom, it's gonna break right here.
Can we get a live demo? Julio, can you throw a ball real quick?
I'll swing
This
because I don't know how
was
to swing it.
Let's put a hole through the wall right now.
Okay, we get some love for the wood tournaments. Okay.
Nah. Okay.
Nick-
So
Nick
what did Nick
says-
say?
Nick says dirt if it's maintained right. These fields at Baseball USA have 4 or 5 games played and nothing is done to them. Dirt needs to be dragged.
I'm with you on that, Nick.
Sure, yeah.
Especially like on, I think Field 3 got, I'd say repaired. Not repaired, but let's just say more dirt. And because the lips over there, like on 2 and 3, were bad. They were just terrible. What is it? Just 1, 2, 3, and then I guess 4. I guess it would be 4 right there. Those that are right there by 2 and 3. And so, yeah, it was. They need to maintain it, dude. I mean, they're making so much money out there. I know it's not a popular opinion of what we're saying, but man, you got to get some dirt out there. I know Darren's doing what he can, but Marussia has to do what they can as well. It's just not. It's not a one thing entity. You know, it's just. You know, it's just you just got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, but man, I'm telling you, when I'm in the Dominican Republic, I have not seen a turf field. Maybe there is, because things are constantly changing over there, but it's all dirt. It's all dirt, and sometimes the fields, they could be good, but most of the times they're not. So, but once you get into the academies, all the fields are nice.
Man.
So don't believe all that stuff about you see on Facebook posts that these kids are playing. Now, there are some kids that are playing pickup games in bad fields. Yes, I will give, but that's just regular kids joining up together to do that.
Did you see when Bartolo Colon was pitching to those kids where they were playing?
Was that really him?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Man, it looked like him.
I
No?
don't know. Nah, I don't really
Did
pay
your
attention to
sources
that stuff.
say?
Nah,
They were playing like in the field it looked like it was in the back, like in a field, like at a ranch.
Yeah, it was like right next to the beach, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was cows like in the back and everything.
What
Yeah. This was straight like backyard baseball. And you got Bartolo Colon throwing. I mean, what is he throwing now? Like 88? But I mean, it was.
he's probably still hitting 90, man.
Yeah, but he's throwing it right at these like 16, 17-year-old cats. I mean, none of them have protective gear on. It's straight like just.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Backyard.
that doesn't really happen too much. I mean, yeah, it may be backyard, but don't believe all that stuff you see. If you're a good kid, because I always hear about, there's a couple of Facebook posts out there about kids just playing with sticks and all that. Yeah, that does happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But if you're a good player, they're going to suck you up into one of these academies. And the academies that you go to, all those fields are manicured and looking great. And so, but you got to get there. You got to get there. If you're not there, then you're doing all that. But all the top players are in academies, and they're being well taken care of. Trust me on that. Eating 5 times a day, getting whatever they want. It's living in a house free.
Can I go?
Yeah, we're supposed to go in a couple of years.
Ooh, it's gonna go down. What's up, Rob? You want to go with us?
Let me know.
All right.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Take Jaren over there.
Oh yeah. Take me over there. Get me bigger.
Early
Lord knows I need to grow.
early in the morning. Yeah, they put in some work over there. So yeah,
Yeah,
no, you're
that's some love,
you're
man.
correct on that.
Yeah, but fall ball, man, it's over.
Yeah, is it officially over?
I
or-
mean, look, I'm gonna give it.
For some teams, yes. For others, no.
There's been a big influx of tryouts getting posted on the
Ooh,
page.
man, there's a lot of action right now, brother.
A lot of action.
A
Yeah.
lot.
So you think? So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? You think there's going to be a lot of movement?
Look, man, I've seen a lot of tryouts already. I predict a lot of movement. I've seen a couple teams already fold because they didn't win bids. And I've seen a bunch of teams getting put together, trying to get that other bid. So it's gonna be exciting, man. Like I said, I cover a lot of the younger ages, so it's gonna be exciting. I know a lot of the 8U teams are looking to go to the elite and play the 8U kid pitch. I know a lot of the 9Us are gonna go out there and compete. Then the 10U division, that's where 10 and 11 is where I reside most of my time, and we'll be out there competing. But man, I gotta say, it's gonna be a lot of action, dude.
Well, you already see it with some of the teams already.
Oh yeah,
Already
for
breaking
sure.
up. I mean,
it's
what happened to AF? They broke up.
Man, I just look. I'm
gonna say they because I see their other players playing somewhere else.
They broke up. Look,
Okay, so they broke up.
See, I can talk about it now. I mean, I used to play there. I left for my reasons, and I got a couple calls from some of the parents there, and I guess things weren't just working out, and
Right.
everybody decided to go their own way.
That's unfortunate. They were a pretty good team.
That's unfortunate, but
But it happens.
so I can't say anything bad.
So are whatever team you're gonna play with, are you guys planning on going to the elite or
Yeah.
what else plans?
Well, right now, like for me,
And it could change. I mean, I know we're at the end of November.
I know. I think everybody knows where Jalen's playing, so we're gonna be playing out there, where with the big tournaments, big national tournaments, and we'll play up when we're in town. So, I'm excited about that.
Good. Figured out what high school he's gonna go to.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
IMG.
Yeah.
Damn it, boy.
I'm right now talking to the directors right now, but they told me that he's got
IMG?
He's got to be. I got to have some deep pockets for that.
Oh yeah, you do. But
If not, I'll probably go to Dobie down the street. Go out to Dobie. Coach Miguel.
Nice. Man, well, as soon as you said that, I lost my train of thought. I wanted to keep on talking, dude. It'll come back to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, talking about high schools, we're gonna be covering that
Yeah,
this
we are.
spring. We're gonna cover a lot of it,
Yeah, we are.
and I'm excited. I've talked to a few guys already about going out there and checking out the high school game. So, y'all see me and Steve very active with the high school baseball in the spring. I'm gonna try to cover what's around this area. It might not be very good, but
Now some good baseball. It's fine.
I'm still gonna go out there, cover, show some love. Maybe we can, keep continuing to grow down here. But I'll definitely be at the big high school games. I definitely need to go see our boy Mason Wynn and Kingwood out there. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Kid's a stud, and they got a couple more studs there, so we gotta go check them out. And we'll see where it goes, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I think they start January 30th. I may be off a day or two on that, but that's when the high school season. Well, that's when you can officially practice.
Oh, okay.
So
So-
we're not going to talk about the involuntary, mandatory practices that go on everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean,
But voluntary.
yeah, but it should be good. I mean, this spring season is gonna be loaded. Select World, Little League World, and high school level. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited, and we'll see some action, man, all over the place.
So when do you think teams are going to really start? January, or February?
Nah, man. This
Select. We're talking select.
We're talking back to select. This NIT right here in March, generating a large crowd. They're up to like 300 teams, I believe, right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna say, I called spring season starting in August. I don't think season's over. The fall ball side is, but I think teams are gonna keep playing. Tryouts are gonna keep going. I think everybody, I'll pull it up right here, but I think let me just pull it up.
Hey, what's up on every team needing
One or two players. Man, that's everywhere. Look right
two
here.
arms and a bat?
Frozen rope at Baseball USA, which is January 18th. It has 126 teams. So this will be the first, and this will be the official start of spring,
Okay.
and that's in January.
So it's an NIT qualifier.
No, that's just a regular
That's
tournament.
just a
Okay.
regular one. So
Yeah.
we got to read it here. So yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. For like Rob, you're new to this, and for the people that always ask questions. So right here, if you're looking at the stature, if it says qualifier or it says Global World Series, you're gonna get points that go towards that. And if you see something like right here, you see World Series qualifier. But if you see like a NIT, Super NIT, or Select 30, those are the big ones.
Oh.
So if we scroll down here, I'll give you an example for those guys that are following on. You go here on Global Series. This NIT, if there's a BB next to it, chances are it's like a qualifier. But if you get to here, where's it at? Right here. Select 30. See that? Those are the big ones.
Yeah, that one has what, 279
Yeah,
right now?
279
Wow.
right now. And here
It'll be way over 300. Probably
yeah,
about 4.
And we will be there covering live, talking to the coaches. But look, Rob, just to give you an example, we have I'm just gonna scroll down. We have Omaha, Nebraska in the building. We have Texas, Dayton, around the areas, Colton, California, Norwalk, California, Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Yeah, so they're coming from all over.
all over the place. I think this one right here, look, check it out. Washington. This is Steve's division. This is Steve's team right here. California, Florida. Okay. Laredo. We got Laredo in the building. And then if you can scroll it down right here, 11, we got another Cali team. I saw Tennessee somewhere. Where is this? Corpus, sure. Right here, look. The 10U, they have SBA, North Carolina.
Okay.
They have Cali. They have Michigan. Detroit, Michigan area. Another Cali team. Arlington. We got a large following from Dallas, so I gotta show them some love up there. 9U major, you got again Cali teams. So I mean, there's teams from all over, and it'll keep getting bigger. So, this is what this is the big tournament right now for spring.
Yeah, I'll be all
Yeah.
over Houston.
It'll be all over Houston, and we'll let everybody know where to go eat for all the out of town teams.
Do
that
not
week.
go to tight ends.
Yeah, don't go to tight ends. Well, I'm not saying
Well, you can.
go.
You
can
can.
go.
You just gotta beware.
Yeah, be aware that you're walking in there and it feels like a college atmosphere. Feels like a frat party.
You're walking into some sites. Just, put it that way.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. I'm excited. So
Yeah.
we'll see what all happens, and shout out to everybody that's playing. Shout out to everybody that's getting their team put together. Shout out to everybody that's still looking for one or two players.
Man, yeah, it's always one or two players. One of the things that always amazes me before we go is, you're going to have all these teams that form, right? And they're all going to need uniforms. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing, because being in that business one time, I hate the coach who calls on a Monday and wants you to turn cartwheels to give them their uniforms on Friday.
Oh yeah. Every year, every season, every
all the
tournament.
time.
Yep.
All the time. Dude, you guys know exactly when you're starting. You may not know who the team is. You may not know who the players are, but you know when you're starting. You can't everybody comes on the page and complains about uniforms. Everybody, right? But do they give those uniform guys, girls, or whoever, the business, do they give them the chance and the opportunity to actually do their work? Because everybody, oh man, we see the post. I need a quick turnaround time on 25 shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, you want them? You want them in 2 days? I mean, come on. I mean,
It's the same in football.
Okay, I'm glad.
It's the same.
Yeah, that's, to me, that just doesn't make any type of sense. And then they get on and they want to start talking about companies, and they're not doing this, they're not doing that. Yeah, but you got to give them a chance and opportunity.
Yeah.
If you want a rush order, call the big guys, see if they're going to rush order you, give you a rush order. They won't. And if they do, that $25 shirt, $35 shirt now becomes $100.
Yeah.
And so these guys are man, they're just asking for way too much stuff, man. It's just, I know probably Junior one of them.
Nah, man, I'm smart.
What do you do?
What I do, I order 2 or 3 extra every time because I know how this works.
Yeah, well.
And one thing that I started doing, and I know people like the parents got pissed off and stuff. I don't put last names anymore. And then everybody's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Nah, man."
It's like the Yankees.
Just like the Yankees. And because if I need an extra one, I can buy it off of you.
Yeah, well, that works out well too. It's just, man, and I don't work for no uniform company, but I have people that's still in the business, and they're always, man, I'm swamped because I got 6 teams that want uniforms by next week.
Yeah.
I got a question.
And then if you don't do it, then boom.
I got a question. I'm taking a detour. How do you feel about the people that drive a long drive and their kid gets to see the field a couple innings? Would you rather, because of the coaching, would you rather have better coaching and play less, or play more and have like subpar coaching?
It's a great question. That's a great question.
All right, say it again.
Okay. Would you rather
Okay, I got the driving part.
drive more, play less, but have better coaching, or play more, drive less, and have subpar coaching?
I think it's all going to be where your kid is at. I mean, if your kid needs more practice and more development, then you're going to do the first one. If you got an accomplished kid, like let's say Jalen, okay, you're probably going to do the second one. And there's not a right or wrong answer. It's just where your kid is at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I see a lot on the page, man. A lot of teams just practicing. And that's all they're doing right now, which is cool. It's all right. But at some point in time, you still got to play. Still got to compete. And so those teams better start winning, or they better win coming out the box, because the business model that people are going out there as, what is it? Train more, play less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
I'm not into that. Just me personally. But when I say that is because, I'm coming from a different point of view. I get the business model. I get that. It's just like this, Robert. And you see this sometimes. What is it? talent beats what hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, I don't believe it. I think that is great on a shirt if you can sell it.
Oh yeah.
But in real life, give me 9 talented kids, and I'll play your 9 hard workers 10 times, and I'm going to win 9 times. You may beat me one time, but you ain't going to beat me over the course of time.
And what if they beat you in the championship game in the NIT?
And that's just what happens. Just what happens.
Put that on a shirt.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. I mean,
Oh, man.
you know, I hear all this. Oh man, work hard. Nah, man.
Nah, I've seen that quote.
People
too.
look for talent.
I mean,
People look for talent. They don't look for hard workers. They look for talent.
I agree with the quote to a certain extent, but I agree with you there. You gotta have something.
You have to.
You have
Yeah.
a little bit, like
That
whether,
work hard.
Like you can't just work hard and be like you know, like especially in the game of baseball, like you can't just work hard and be subpar at everything else and expect to have success. You gotta, even if your niche is speed, you're gonna use that to advantage. If or hitting hard, or you know, being a good catcher or being a good outfielder, you gotta bring something to the table. It's just like real life. You can't just expect just because I work hard and I have no skills whatsoever, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be successful. You got to have something to back you up. So I agree on that.
How's that in the football world?
It's
more athletic, right? You need more athletes.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, you're gonna have like perfect examples: Sharks and the Canes.
Yeah,
Canes are hands down. They have the better
athletically.
team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're most talented team.
That one game.
The one game. The one game that the team that is probably not taking away anything away from the Sharks.
Yeah.
But they don't have as many athletes as the Canes do,
right?
And that work hard, having heart, scenario,
right,
came through for them.
Yeah.
So but I mean, you're never gonna pass up a talented kid if you need him for your team, right?
Nah, never.
You're gonna take are you gonna take a kid that's talented, or are you gonna take a kid that works hard? What are you gonna take?
I'm taking talent all the time.
I will too.
But what if the parent's a hothead or a shithead?
Then next team.
What are you talking? Are you talking about Little League? I mean, select.
I'm talking about select.
Nah, dude, I ain't messing with no parents.
No, yeah. I mean, even in
but little league, yeah, for sure.
Well, it depends because
Little League, as far as Little League, like Williamsport, or what are you talking about? Or are you talking about select?
About just anything.
Like,
I ain't messing with no parents.
No parents.
Yeah.
All right, you heard that.
Hey, 5 True Rules is in the house and Flash is in here.
Man, who the hell?
Who are you, dude?
Yeah, we gotta find out who that is. There's no way that's Flash.
Who is Flash?
He was
that
here
was our
last week.
guest last week.
Okay.
He's the one that had all the drama.
Yeah, Flash drama.
Yeah, like he bro laughing my ass off. What you laughing at, bro? The hard work comment. I think somebody caught on to that.
The which one?
No. So if like when you hear back, you'll hear what I'm talking about. Shout out to Flash Gordon.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I mean, I like talent.
I love talent.
And I like talent. I like hard workers too, but I rather.
That was a
talent.
great question. What you asked?
Yeah, you know, I'm saying like I won't deny it either. I like talent. You know, I'm real big. You know,
what are you big on?
I'm big on this. I'm big on. It sounds cliche, man, but I'm a big believer on hard worker. And when I say this, listen to me. I'm not saying just okay subpar player. What I mean is like, are you okay or are you a great player? But are you taking the next step? Like, are you pushing yourself and your team to become better? That I look at that. If a kid is not on the level of another kid but brings those intangibles, I like that, man. I mean, that's just me personally. Why? Because
I don't see that in the younger age groups.
I know, but I think when they get older, that plays a big part. I think you would rather take the kid that doesn't run. Like, I'll give you an example. Maybe he doesn't bench as much or doesn't hit as hard or doesn't throw as fast. But if he can bring something else to the table that can make everybody else better, I think you'd pick him. I mean, that's
so you're talking about a role player because you need them and you need them.
You need them everywhere.
Yeah,
again,
you need them.
Again,
you definitely need them.
This, I like that you brought this up. They don't have to. They don't have to be a role player, bro. They can be a really good player that brings that other stuff to. Now I will say this.
That's a role player.
Yeah, but a role player is on the field playing. That's what I'm saying. Let me give you an example.
Yeah, because
Marwin Gonzalez.
'cause I'm
Would you
lost.
consider Marwin Gonzalez 2017 Astros a role player?
Yes,
Yes,
You would?
I would.
Why?
because
he was a role player. He wasn't one of the main cogs.
But the thing is, he was on the field every time.
He was on the field. He's still a role player. He got paid
But-
as a role player.
But to me, a role player is somebody who's in the bench. Like that's how I see it.
Yeah, but your definition
like a
is
six man.
Yeah, like a 6-man. That's to me a role player. Like maybe because I like just again the language that
I guess it
I
just
grew
depends.
up around.
I guess
You
it
know
just
what I mean?
depends the sport.
Maybe
I
it was
mean,
more like Beltron. Is that what you're talking about, Junior?
Yeah, Beltron exactly. Like
Okay.
Beltron didn't do crap for us.
Yeah,
but
more
he
of
was
a-
there as the mentor, leadership.
more of a role
and
model.
I think that's why
Mentor.
they kept him. Okay, he said it. Julio nailed it. Role model, role player. To me, that's two completely different things. Because Marvin Gonzalez, I didn't think he was a role player. I thought he was a utility guy that helped us out all the way around.
I thought. No, remember. I don't know baseball
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you guys, but I thought that the reason I thought he was a role player is because players knew not to run on him because he'd throw him down.
Mm-hmm.
His bats weren't always there. Correct.
All right, I'm with you.
That's just what I knew him as. I knew him as a great outfielder.
Yeah.
Not someone that always made a spectacular catch, but someone that other teams knew we can't round third base because he's going to throw us out. That's just that's me.
Like Diaz this year, role player, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. For him, for sure.
Yeah.
For him, for sure. Why? Because I just didn't feel maybe because he was hurt, right?
Yeah, he was hurt a lot.
Maybe because he was hurt, but it's just different, man. It's a different situation.
Hey, and Ruben, no, that can't happen. They'll mess up more. Thanks for the hat, though. And for some reason, we're gonna shout out the Pearland Phantom.
Pearland Phantom. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Shot out to.
Shout out.
Oh, this is a shot. 5-tool rules is throwing shots at Pearland Phantom. You heard it here first. That's what it says.
Yeah, that could have been a
Right?
misprint. Mistype.
Shout out to Pearland Phantom. That's why, like, a lot of people that talk to me, like, I'll text with them sometimes, but I'd rather talk to them on the phone because have you ever seen that was it that Key and Peele text message, like, misunderstanding, where, like, the guy's sitting on the couch and he's like, hey, the guy writes, like, his homeboy writes him and he's like, hey, do you want to go out? And then the guy on the couch reads it like, do you want to go out? And he's like, oh, hell no. So he writes him back something. Then the guy reads it and he's like, hell no. What do you mean? That's why I like to tell people, talk to me on the phone, because once you get to know how I am, you might misinterpret a freaking text, because I be getting hot sometimes, you know, but in a good way. Oh, man. Oh, I just got a text, man. How about the winners from this weekend? Okay, with the little eyes. Oh, man, let's talk about it.
Let's go over them.
Let's go over them. So we're talking about the Easton Fall Championships. Let me pull this out real quick. All right, so here we go. Let's give a quick rundown of this massive tournament that just happened this past weekend. All right, so here we go. 8U AA silver bracket.
Laporte eligible.
Bay Area Knights with a, what is that, 6'5"?
Yeah, shout out Bay Area Knights. Shout out.
All right, so the 8U AA gold bracket, the winners for that is 8U Sticks Academy.
Nice. They beat Conroe Savages.
Now, is this the one from Dallas? Because if that is, Pat Mahomes' dad coaches like the 13U, I believe. No, this is Houston. This is Houston. Okay.
Oh, I know which one. I
You
know
know
which
what
one you're
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
posting up last week.
Okay, hold on. Give me
Ain't nobody care about that.
I care.
You're the only one.
10U Open Strike Zone Baseball beating SBO 9-1.
That's Pepe.
And that's Pepe, and we did play him on.
Where y'all at? Who'd you play with?
We played with Banditos this past weekend, and it was a great game, man. Down to the wire, 4-4.
What'd y'all lose? What was the
beat us
score?
on the California rule.
Go back.
Yeah, right there.
You're trying to leave this. We want to look at this. What is that? 6-4, 8-4.
8-4. 8-4.
What happened to close game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. 11 AA.
Man, we went through 10. You quick, Robert.
What, you want to look at the pitch counts or what? Y'all see this guy? He wants to look at the pitch counts. Let's go look at the damn pitch counts, Steve.
How do I look at the pitch
No,
counts?
we're going to look at them. All right. If your kid threw more than 6 innings this weekend, you're getting called out right now. All right, here we go. I don't see nobody.
Everybody looks pretty good.
Oh.
No, everybody looks good.
Oh, almost. Strike zone almost pushed the limit on one hit. Okay. Let's keep going now. Team never quit. Okay, these guys got
everybody's
okay,
good.
Everybody's good. Good job, 10U double A this weekend, man. I mean, open. 11 double A right here. Houston Bengals, Watson. I know who won this, and I'm going to give him a shout out. I just got to make sure it's the same team. To my boy, Adi Whittington, his son Cash. I know them from the Bengals, and
they're still with the Bengals.
And they're still with the Bengals. So
Good job, Bengals.
shout out the Bengals. All right, so now we go back. 11 open. Here we go. 11 open. Banditos Black.
Texas
15-0.
Bandito.
Whoa.
And this is the 20-man roster.
They have 20 men?
20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
12 double A. Spring Bulls.
They beat the Woodlands Wolfpack.
12 open. Kings Baseball.
Shiner.
They beat Shiner Brewers. Where's Shiner from?
Shiner's
Shiner, Texas.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be.
Y'all want to bet?
I will bet if I win, he takes a shot.
Oh,
We don't
this
have
Cabo
cups.
Real
I'm kidding,
tequila.
I'm kidding.
I got a cup right here.
That's a good name, though.
Yeah, 13 double A Sultanes.
Sultanes.
Let me find out.
Where are they from?
Is that a
Is it-
Hispanic team?
Is this Nacho?
It's Sultanes.
This is Nacho. This has to be Nacho. No. But look, Los Regios, Corona crew.
Oh,
This
wow.
is definitely
That's
party
a party
team.
team. That's a party team.
Yes. Carlos Martinez. This
hold
is
on. That's
softball. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, te
that's-
digo, this is party team.
Yeah, that's party team.
The
Well,
first,
good job, though.
Hit me up and I'll give you a mix of the Ferrari mix. You guys can go try it out there. All right, 13 open. Here we go. Texas Bengals, 2025.
Houston
With the-
Bengals.
Houston Bengals. Sorry about that. And 14 open.
It's Banditos.
San Antonio Banditos beating the Saber
Sabres.
Prospects.
Wow.
But hold on, we're missing somebody. Let me just go back to make sure we got it because I think there was another tournament going on.
Yeah, I think the BOD tournament is
Okay,
going on,
let
too.
me look at that real quick before we get out of here. And yeah, it was 13. This is it right here, right? The BLD Turkey Gobbler. So congratulations to everybody that won the Turkey Gobbler out there. Here we go. It's exciting. 9U silver bracket.
Laporte eligible, the Lynch Mob.
Lynch Mob.
Man, what a name of that is.
That's awesome.
That's Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. All right. 9U gold bracket. Here we go. Victory Baseball. This team's an 8U. Shout out to Coach Marcus Villegas out there with the dub.
I thought he played on the Legends.
Yeah, his oldest kid though.
Oh, okay.
Oldest kid. Shout out Coach Marcus.
Hey, shout out.
Go out there, man.
Hey,
Y'all
click on the munis. They look sweet. Dude.
They had it's the Vanderbilt.
Is it? They look
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Okay, let me go back to the Turkey Gobbler. Hold on, I gotta check the pitching report on this. Anybody throw their Nobody safe. All right.
It seems like it.
Okay. You guys are doing
You're
good.
good.
You're doing good. Hey man. Okay. Right here.
Yeah, don't
All
say
right,
it.
Coach. You got close there. 3 kids. Hey, but
Oh,
he
he's on
followed.
that line.
He followed the recipe. I told him, man, if they pitch 4, just keep it at 4. So shout out to Coach Mark. All right, 10 double A Sticks Baseball
Sticks.
Academy Hitman. Jesus, what a name!
Yeah, I think that's the Dallas one, ain't it?
You think so?
Six
Let's-
Baseball Academy Hitman.
No.
No,
Houston.
Houston. All right, here we go. 11 double A.
Oh, that's 12.
Bam 12U.
Bolton?
Oh, 12U double A. I mean,
Bolton?
yeah, Bolton.
It's the Tabasco Cats.
Ooh, that's a good name too.
Tabasco.
I like that
Los
name.
Gatos.
Tabasco.
Houston Warriors red against the Texas Blue Chips. 12
Okay.
to 2, 14U division. So
names
congratulations.
Hey, can you get the ones from the grind?
The
Or
ground.
Raul he don't be posting.
I'm not sure on that one.
Those names are intense.
I mean, I seen one from California called Sicarios.
God.
Nice. Sponsored by Benicio del Toro.
I know, right?
I'm trying to.
It's in the game.
I'll sponsor whoever wants to rock this name. I'll sponsor it. Malditos baseball.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That's real Mexican.
Maldito.
Malay.
Okay, here we go. We got the Turkey Showdown but there's no scores here.
That's
Oh,
it.
wait. No. Oh, man.
Yeah,
This
just
is
have
just-
Raul just bring them to us.
Yeah, Raul, just send me the
I
scores,
think
man.
that's this weekend.
No, it's
No, it's
past
last weekend. Oh,
Last
okay,
weekend.
last
Last
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah,
So
Raul,
shout out-
send us the scores,
Shout
dude.
out to everybody. Yeah, Flash with the
Yeah,
how about
hey,
the grind.
Flash, we tried, man. We tried. Y'all must have won then.
He put the little son. You did, huh? How many 9U kids playing on that 8U, bro? No, I'm just playing. I'm messing with you, bro.
Flash said, man, I'm coming with a Friday team, a Saturday team, and a Sunday team. Which one y'all want? So he
That
won.
is so funny.
He won. Good job,
Oh,
Flash.
man. Great job, boys. Everybody that played this weekend, man. Great job. Y'all keep up the hard work.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys. And if y'all don't play this coming up weekend in the last tournament of fall, then we'll see you guys in a month in January.
Yeah.
So
100%.
shout out to congratulations. If anybody wants to donate the Turkey Gobbler trophy, I'll put it here for the next show.
You think they got one?
Huh?
You think they got one?
Yeah.
Or did he get a banner?
The banner. Whoever got a banner.
Yeah,
or
whoever
trophy,
wants to donate those banners, send some
Well,
our way.
we'll put them all the way
We'll
up
post
here.
them up.
So if you're interested, put it on.
Okay.
Any hats y'all want to send to the show that we'll also use for promo. So.
We got the Legends hat up there.
Coach Marcus says everyone has stayed under 60 pitches. I was just playing, bro. I was just playing. I know. I trust you, man. I trust you.
Man, that's funny. You think they really stayed under 60?
I need
Check
to
Game Changer.
I need to check
Game
Game
Changer.
Changer. Let me borrow your Game Changer, bro.
We're going to get to the
That's
bottom of
funny.
that. We're gonna
Hey, Rob has no idea about the Game Changer
Not
we're
at
talking
all.
about, right?
Not at all. I'm just going with the flow.
So people like Game Changer like keeps track of games, stats, everything. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
people will doctor this to make their kid look better than it is, or to keep the pitch count lower than it is. Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's going on like a lot, dude.
I'm with you, bro. I
Let's
was
say
on.
like
That is
let's say like in
intense.
football, somebody keeping track of the yardage. or
More.
anything.
Okay, yeah.
Someone will be like, oh, let's add another 50 yards.
It happens, dude.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
There's people on the page that will post peewee and freshman yards.
Yeah.
My kid had 9 carries for 176 yards,
Dave?
4 touchdowns.
So it's the same. It's the same thing.
It's unreal. I'm like, wow.
Shoot. Hey,
No, it's a lot
Marcos,
of-
Marcos ain't going away quiet. You called him out. Look at him.
I was just playing, bro. I believe you.
Is that what you said off camera?
I believe you, bro. I believe you.
Oh, man, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
But
bro.
shout out to Victory Baseball, man. Hey, you better go to the elite, bro.
Is he going?
I hope so. I told him I'll give him a hand, whatever he needs, man.
Yeah, that's gonna help him. Yeah, hey, he needs to get his hotels already because they're going fast over there. I'm serious, man. Shoot, everybody's going over there, so he needs to. Junior, what else, my man?
Hey, man, that's it, man.
We're in
man,
turkey mode now. Where you gonna spend Thanksgiving at?
We're gonna be right here at the house, man. I told you we got I have family that'll be arriving.
You told us for tomorrow. I'm talking about Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. What's tomorrow? Wednesday.
Tomorrow's
Oh,
Wednesday.
Man. For Thursday, okay. So we'll be going to my brother-in-law's on
Okay.
Thursday. Tomorrow dinner will be here,
Okay.
so I'm looking forward to that. This is my favorite time of the year. Another year that I don't get to spend with my uncle. He passed away. This will be the 3rd year.
Sorry to hear that.
We'll keep the
Sorry.
tradition going. He was a big Cowboys fan, so
I love him already.
What we do is we spend Thanksgiving at my aunt's house, and we watch the Cowboys game.
Of course.
Whether I like them or not.
Yeah.
I always wore the other team's gear. My uncle never.
Hold on. Was there a picture of you in the Cowboys uniform a while back?
Yeah, there is.
There is, right?
I need to address that. It's photoshopped. I was wearing a Dan Marino jersey. Nah, I'm playing. It wasn't photoshopped. That was for real. Yeah, growing up, man. Growing up before Texans. Yeah, I mean, Cowboys was the only thing around. I was too young for the Oilers. I don't remember none of them. But I used to have a Deion Sanders and Emmitt Smith jersey. I still have them in my closet. I try to give it to Jalen. Like, hey man, memorabilia. He's like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Cowboys suck.
Yeah,
I
what
said,
they
man,
do.
I'm raising you right, boy. So now I'm trying to get him. He wants a Deion Sanders because we just watched the 30 for 30 the other day, and he had no idea that it all happened in one day. So he's like, man, Deion Sanders is pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, he won back-to-back Super Bowls, 2 different teams. You can't. I mean, that's hard to do. So
Whoa, hold on. It's not that hard to do when you're a free agent and you go to the best team. I'm just saying.
Look, you still got to play.
Okay.
He was a role player.
So he played on the best team of the 49ers, and he was a free agent, and he went to the Cowboys, who the 49ers beat.
Hey, but
I ain't
growing,
giving him too much credit.
but growing up, like it felt like Deion played more than 4 years in Dallas.
Yeah.
It really felt like that.
It's because we were kids. It's because those years went by so slow because they were winning.
Yeah, it felt like he played for years. But I'm gonna so we went to the Atlanta Texans game earlier this year when we blew them out of the high scoring, like, was it like 50 something to like 30 something, and there was a bunch of Deion Sanders jerseys, and that's when Jalen's like, oh man, he played for the Falcons. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's how this whole thing started. And then he's like, oh, okay. So then I kind of showed him a little bit, and the other day, he just started playing football this year, and he likes it, and he's like, man, I wanna be like Deion. So he asked me, he's like, Dad, you watch the U a lot because you always see me wearing the stuff. He's like, what players came out of there? And I told him, I was like, bro, I took him down 2001 memory lane. And I told him, read that roster.
Yep.
And he's like, who's Sean Taylor?
Oh.
So then we went through it's on my YouTube history.
Yeah.
Now he told me, hey man, whoever's putting a football team in Magnolia, hit me up. Jalen said, hey, I want to be a safety next year. Because this year they had him playing linebacker, wide receiver. So he's like, I want to be Sean Taylor. I want to wear 21. And,
I'll tell you what.
That's one of my favorite players, bro.
Since Jaron has been moved to safety, favorite player is Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Favorite player.
And the crazy thing is, like, he's old school.
Yeah.
He didn't play that much in the pros because he unfortunately got shot.
Yeah.
And if you watch the documentary that they have on YouTube right now, it's very sad because they get real deep into his like life.
Yeah.
Man, that dude was, he was hard nosed, bro. He was like straight tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Took care of his stuff. Shout out, man. Rest in peace, Sean Taylor. That's one of the reasons why the U was so big to me. Because, you had that team. You had Sean Taylor, Andre Johnson, Antrell Rowe, Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee was on the bench.
Yep.
Jeremy Shockey was on there.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. Who else they have at quarterback? They had Ken Dorsey. Who else was at receiver? Santana Moss, Edgar
Larry
James. Coker. Dude, stacked. I'm telling you.
It's crazy. Like, you think about it now.
And only won one championship.
No, 2. We got robbed. We got robbed.
One.
Maurice Clarett.
Dude, that is the worst call in sports, bro. The fireworks went off. Everybody stormed the field.
I remember the knee injury, McGahee.
Oh, I saw it.
I
remember where I was at.
Knee bent back.
It wasn't even that. It was just
He hit him straight on.
Yeah, it was like
it went back.
It was
hyperextended.
Yeah. So that's where my love for the U goes, and so we went through that. So
okay, so
cool.
let me tell you an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
Ed Reed was way better than Sean Taylor.
Oh, for sure.
I agree.
Not even close.
But the thing about
Sean Taylor would have been. Hold on, let's talk about it. Sean Taylor was a good hitter. He wasn't that fast. He was slow. He would have been exposed eventually.
That's all he was. Ed
Reed was way better than him.
He was just a hard hitter. That's what made him most popular.
He was like a Steve Atwater. If y'all remember Steve Atwater.
I never saw him play, but yeah.
But we would never know.
The U.
You know. That's the only you're gonna get from me.
The Sharks have something to say about that U though.
Ooh.
Robert,
Hey.
what are you gonna do on Thanksgiving? For Thanksgiving,
We are traveling down back home to San Marcos, Texas,
nice.
and we gotta wait to see where we're gonna play Saturday. We're in Taifa, state playoffs.
Okay,
We're either gonna play here or in San Antonio or in Austin.
nice. I may have to go.
Nice.
Come on, with it.
No, I may have to go. We have to pay to get in.
Hey,
I don't know. I haven't
$5.
been. Ooh, I don't know.
Hey man,
I don't know.
can you get us some?
$5 is
He
steep.
plays for what? Marlins.
Southwest Junior Marlins,
Okay,
ranked number
man.
1 in the state.
Hey.
Whoa, I
What
take
state?
that back.
What state?
Texas.
Okay.
I take that back. I take that back. We lost against Midland, so they probably got our number.
Okay.
But we're
well,
top
hey,
five.
man, try to see if you can get us like a hat or a jersey or something. I'll put it up, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Or a
thanks for
helmet.
coming in.
Or a
Thanks
helmet.
for coming in.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
I'll put
having
the
me.
helmet on the table.
Julio, what are you doing for Thanksgiving, buddy?
Oh, we'll probably go out of town, visit the in-laws. Fortunately, they're down the street from our deerly, so kill two birds with one stone.
You sound very excited about that.
Trying to get some more deers. Jay got his first one a couple
Yeah, I
weeks
saw
ago,
it.
so
I seen that.
he wants to get some more. So
We need to go.
Got the fever.
Do a
Yep.
wind up camping trip.
Yeah.
When are you leaving?
I'll probably go. It's up in the air. If I work Friday, we'll leave Friday night. If not, we'll go Thursday.
I need to give you my gun so you can shoot it.
Yeah.
We gotta announce the surprises we have, man.
Okay. Well,
All right,
that's
so
a
surprise
to me.
number one. Surprise number one. All right, we got a new studio.
Oh yeah.
We're moving from Midtown to downtown, and it has
Yeah.
a very special, unique name. We're not gonna unveil it. We're not gonna say no pictures, nothing. If you follow me on Snapchat, you've seen it. Other than the Snapchat, I haven't posted it. So we'll be in there in the next couple weeks, just to get a little bit more space, be able to generate and get more guests in here. So that I'm excited about that. And second of all, the reason why Rob is here. We're actually gonna start a football podcast that will come to you soon. We'll put all the details out there. So for all you football heads, you will have your own show, just like for the baseball heads. So stay tuned. Everything will be unveiled very soon, and I'm very excited to be working with Rob on this, and we'll be able to
Likewise.
we'll be able to bring you some select football and Little League football content.
Yeah.
And now that it's winding down, but there's still a lot of action, and it's a project we've been working on, so we're gonna unveil it and very soon, and it's exciting, man. We're growing, numbers are growing. I want to give a shout out to Phoenix, Arizona, for jumping in the top 10 cities that listen to our podcast, as well as Seattle, Washington, and Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to you guys that are rounding up the top 15. So, hey, man, we got a lot of support.
Yeah, it's pretty wild
Straight up.
when we get those metrics, Rob, about
It's awesome.
who's listening to, and because especially on the podcast side, on the and even like on the YouTube side, some of the numbers aren't always correct. But when you get the numbers from actual YouTube, you say, "Oh, okay. Well, I thought there was only like 2 watching, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's a little bit more." And especially with the podcast, as far as being on those forums, on all those forums, yeah, it's amazing. It's gone a lot further than we actually thought it was going to be, and so now that we know where we're at, now we're trying. Of course, obviously, now we're trying to get a little bit better. So,
Shout out to Ruben, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
yeah, and thanks for the hat, man. So my boy Ruben, man, I talked to him on Sunday, I think. No, I texted him on Sunday. I said, "Man, dude, I need a shark hat." And so I knew the guy on the southeast side to go to would be my boy Ruben Velasquez. So he got me the hat. He texted me this morning. He said, "Hey, dude, I going to work tonight, but come and get it." So I went over there, got it, picked it up, and made it here in time. So representing those Magnolia Park Sharks, baby. Hey, and for all the old people who follow the Sharks, and for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be in Pecan Park, which is going to be pretty much in the neighborhood of the Magnolia Park Sharks, right? And so I want to be there. So I was talking to Ruben, and I was telling him, because all these guys are talking about how many Super Bowls they won. They won 2, they won 3, they won 4. Back in the day when I was younger, there's 2 coaches. I don't even know their names. Plug and Cirillo. Those dudes got about 40 Super Bowl championships for the Sharks. And I'm not exaggerating, dude. I think one of them's got about 25, and the other one's got maybe 15. So they better be glad them dudes from Pearland, if those 2 old guys come back, they running the table. But I think they're retired now. And so, but me and Ruben talked about that today. So shout out to Ruben, man.
Yeah,
Hopefully I'll see you, man.
Give a shout out to Jeremy Soto over there too. He's been with them for a long time. I think his kids played with the Sharks,
Oh, for real?
and now they're in college. So
Nice.
and he stays around. I think he's the athletic director for them. So
Isn't good. Good.
so he's still involved heavily with the Sharks.
Nice. Well, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. I'm not a big Thanksgiving guy. I eat twice that day. But you know where I'm going to be on Friday? I'm going to be at Energy for them football games,
Katy,
them high school
North
football
Shore.
games. The show against
Round
Katy.
2.
Whew,
gonna be a
man,
good
I'm
one.
there. Junior, you going?
I'm going with you, Steve.
Okay.
I wish I could. If I'm back in time, I don't
Okay.
think so. But
Julio's going to be hunting.
it's my daughter's birthday. So
Oh, okay. Happy birthday to your daughter.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. The poor man's Pasadena, Deshaun Watson. Anything before we go?
Hey, man, shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. Like I said, big support, man. Everything that's going on, all these big projects. Man, I'm just excited to be able to apologize for not being able to get Tyler on today. We had somebody run into the light pole down the street and shut down the power, but we are going to have him on, and we do have a Thanksgiving special episode dropping on Thursday
On the
morning
podcast,
on
yes.
the podcast. So please tune in. You do not want to miss this. I promise. Take my word.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So with all that being said, anything before you go? Anything to be thankful for?
Go Marlins.
Go Marlins.
Thankful for everybody, and thanks for having me. And let's get it rolling with the football podcast.
Let's do it.
Julio, what you
No,
thankful for,
I-
my man?
Good, man. Good episode. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there.
Junior?
Let's do it, baby.
Go
We're
Cowboys.
ready.
Oh, man. Raiders, let's get it together. Thankful for everybody who listens and watches, who gives us comments, whether good and bad. We need that. Thankful for my 2 kids and my wife who let me do this, and for all our families who let us do this on a Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like another job. We're always in constant communication of what we're going to do, what we're going to provide. So thankful for all the families that allow us to do this. That being said, I'm Steve, Junior, Julio, Robert, the Wind Up Podcast Media Group, signing off from the Wind Up Podcast Houston. Happy Thanksgiving. Be on the lookout for the episode dropping on Thursday, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone.